When we think of relationships that are just constantly a battle, a struggle, a power struggle, one of the ones that comes to mind that is probably the most dangerous and damaging of all of these is when a narcissist and a codependent match up. And I'll tell you what, if there's anyone out there in the world that you know that is a true narcissist, and I'll go ahead and say what that is in a second, the only person they could sustain a relationship with for anything more than a very short period of time would be a codependent person. An independent person would never put up with the narcissistic personality traits. But a codependent will, and I'll tell you about that right now. So, definition of a narcissist, and I know the word narcissist is way overused in society today, way overused. There's a lot of people that are on the borderline of being narcissists, but a true narcissist would just as much see you dead as they would please you. I mean, in all honesty, they'll do whatever they want to do, no matter what it takes out on you or kids or family members. A true narcissist only cares about themselves as being number one, all of their needs met. They rarely give in to any kind of negotiation, compromise. That just isn't in their blood. The only thing they care about is having their life work the way they want it to work. If you're put out financially, if you're put out time-wise, if you're put out physically, it really doesn't matter to them. Now here's something interesting. The codependent, of course, is looking to please. They walk on eggshells. They don't want to rock the boat, which is a perfect match in hell for a narcissist, right? The codependent may stand up and argue, and they may bitch a little bit, and they might nag a little bit, but they don't do anything with that other than just nag and bitch. And the narcissist can put up with that. The narcissist can handle you like pushing back a little bit, but if you push back to the point where you don't eventually do what they say, that's when all hell breaks loose. And that's why we say that the only person that a narcissist could sustain a relationship more than 60 or 90 days with is a codependent person. Someone who craves to be in a relationship, someone who's afraid of being alone, someone who really craves love at the deepest level that's unhealthy. They fear being rejected or judged at the deepest level because that's so unhealthy, so they stay. We've worked with individuals who are in a narcissistic relationship, the codependent usually who comes in. The narcissist doesn't need us because they've got it all together, right? But the codependent comes in and works with someone like me, and they will see that they've been in this type of relationship for 20, 30, 40 years. You know, it's been the longest period of time. I mean, I hate to say that, but it's really, really common. Narcissists and codependents can keep a relationship going for a lifetime. The codependent suffers deeply. They don't have an identity. They don't have a voice, but they'll stay until hopefully they reach something so terrible, a bottom so horrific that they walk. But once they walk, there's a huge amount of healing to do. The codependent probably has 2 to 3 to 4 years of deep internal healing to get their confidence and self-esteem back so they can be in a healthy relationship. Whenever we say that these relationships are based in hell, they really truly are. And I'm going to say this again because I think that's important. The percentage of people who say someone is a narcissist is very, very small. But those are really bad relationships. I remember a number of years ago, and it's not all men who are the narcissists. There's plenty of women in this world who are narcissistic in nature. But I remember a couple years ago working with a relationship where the woman was highly codependent and the guy was extremely narcissistic. And she came in and she was able to withstand about 3 or 4 sessions in our office. And then she had to start doing them by phone because he was following her here and harassing her afterwards for getting help. I mean, that's the kind of insanity it was. She had to go underground, basically, to do her healing. 12 months after working together, she was on her way out the door, but listen to this. It took another 12 months for her to actually pull the trigger and leave. When she left, it was another 6 months of deep work to gain her sense of identity back, that she was a worthwhile person, that she became more confident and more filled with self-love. When she was in the narcissistic relationship, everything was based on his needs. Her needs were put on the back burner. Did she go to the gym? Never. Did she do anything fun outside of the relationship? Never. Was she allowed to have friendships where she could actually go away with the girls for a weekend? Hell no. Everything was so incredibly controlling that she eventually cracked and had to get out. But if you find yourself or if you know someone in this type of a relationship, the only thing you can do is encourage them to reach out, ask for help, and get guidance. The narcissist has a really great way of spinning things and making you believe that you're the problem in the relationship, when in actuality it's not the truth at all. The only problem that you have is returning. The biggest issue the codependent has, and the number one problem the codependent has, is returning to an unhealthy relationship, taking the verbal and sometimes physical abuse, and it's never necessary. Reach out. Ask for help. Go to our website, www.davidessel.com or talkdavid.com, whatever one you remember, and I'll put it below too, and read about the codependency work that we do. If you need even just 15 minutes on the phone to try to decipher, am I the narcissist? Rarely happens. More often than not, we get the codependent that calls and says, I need to get help. Just today, I was on the phone with London, a client in London who just signed up, and her number one question was, could I be the codependent in a horrific narcissistic relationship? And at the end of 15 minutes, it was really easy for her to answer her own question. If I can help you at all, don't wait. Get help today, 15 minutes for free, and we'll be able to get you started in the right direction, okay? I'm David Essel. Have an awesome day.